When Fear the Walking Dead wrapped its finale in 2023, Dwight, Austin Emilio, and Sherry, Christine Evangelista, got a quiet send-off. They would lead the survivors of Madre back to the abandoned sanctuary, formerly Negan's brutal headquarters, to start a new community. On the surface, it felt like closure for the embattled couple. In reality, AMC parked the perfect premise for a fresh series right under our noses, and it could solve several headaches plaguing the franchise, from franchise fatigue to Negan's stalled redemption arc. 1. Why the Sanctuary is ripe for a reboot. Familiar setting, new stakes. The Sanctuary is iconic. Rusty catwalks, chain-link fences, Sanctuary for all banners. Revisiting the location taps pure nostalgia while letting writers explore how to transform a symbol of tyranny into a place of hope. Built-in tension with neighboring communities. Alexandria and the Commonwealth remember what went down there. Dwight and Sherry's attempt to rehabilitate the site would draw wary eyes and potential alliances or conflicts. Room for new faces. The Madre refugees, barely explored in FTWD, provide a blank slate of fresh characters, allowing the series to escape legacy character tunnel vision that currently hampers Dead City and Daryl Dixon. 2. Dwight and Sherry. Underrated leads with unfinished business. Dwight betrayed Daryl, lost his wife, got half his face scorched, then fought to dismantle Negan's empire. Sherry endured forced marriage, guilt, miscarriage, and years of PTSD. Their trauma is personal and raw, arguably more so than Maggie's single-episode tragedy with Glenn. A new series could. Character, potential arc. Dwight, from self-loathing exile to community leader, confronts sins of his savior past. Sherry, from fugitive to co-architect of a new society, redefines agency after years of coercion. The Sanctuary, from factory of cruelty to cooperative safe haven, if its ghosts can be exorcised. 3. Fixing the franchise's Negan problem. Dead City can't decide whether Negan is anti-hero or villain. Season 2 ping-pongs between fatherly caretaker and unrepentant despot, muddying his development. A Sanctuary-centric spinoff offers the ideal crucible. Personal reckoning. Dwight and Sherry are direct, intimate victims of Negan's cruelty. A face-to-face confrontation forces all parties to confront past horrors without Maggie's filter. Concrete stakes. If Negan threatens the Sanctuary's fragile rebirth, whether by invitation or imprisonment, his choices finally have long-term consequences. Clear redemption path or downfall. Negan either helps rebuild what he destroyed or proves he cannot change. Either outcome ends the flip-flop characterization criticism. 4. Franchise health. Why AMC needs a mid-tier ensemble show. The Ones Who Live succeeded because Rick/Michonne's saga had urgency and an end date. Dead City struggles because its Manhattan premise lacks forward drive after Herschel's rescue. Daryl Dixon splits audiences between Euro road trip novelty and lore confusion. A Dwight Sherry series could sit in the sweet spot, legacy characters plus untapped ensemble potential, offering a semi-grounded community-building narrative reminiscent of TWD seasons 4-6. 5. Premise pitch. Sanctuary. Logline. Years after the fall of the Saviors, Dwight and Sherry return to the gutted Sanctuary to build a community for Padre refugees, only to discover that walls remember, neighboring settlements distrust, and ghosts of Negan's reign linger in ways both literal and psychological. Key hooks. Reclamation horror. Clearing walker-infested factory floors and uncovering hidden torture rooms. Political chess. Trade treaties with Alexandria, Oceanside, and the Commonwealth. Redemption versus retribution. Dwight seeks forgiveness. Ex-saviors show up demanding the old order. Wildcard Negan, a late-season arrival, captured, invited, or self-exiled, forces everyone to pick a side. Tone. TWD Season 5's Rebuilding Hope meets FTWD Season 6's Bottle Episode Intimacy. Final word. AMC has banked heavily on marquee names, Rick, Michonne, Daryl, Negan, Maggie, to keep its zombie juggernaut shambling. But sometimes the richest soil lies in the background. Dwight and Sherry's Sanctuary storyline offers a familiar brand, fresh characters, and a long-overdue reckoning for Negan. Shouldn't the next chapter of The Walking Dead rise from the ashes of its darkest stronghold? It's been hiding in plain sight for 2 years. Time to open the gates.